So earlier last week, I posted a picture for you guys on Facebook and asked you if you guys could notice anything different or changed with the front end of the Sears off-road lawn tractor. And I believe a user named Bruce Rice was the first guy who commented back saying that he thought he noticed that the hood had been chopped, lifted up, and remounted. And he was pretty much right on the money with that. So the real major noticeable difference is the grill, and this part of the upper front nose of the hood has actually been changed. Not so much that it's extremely noticeable, which is why I thought it would be kind of fun to tease you guys on Facebook. But you can see that everything is kind of lifted up off the bumper now. Bumper's still in the same spot. And this opening on the hood here, in the side-by-side comparison, you can actually notice is actually now significantly smaller than it once was. Which, to me, looks a heck of a lot better. Don't have this big, gaping, rectangular hole in the front end of my tractor. So I'm glad that's kind of closed up now. It doesn't look so bad. I'm still thinking I'm going to try to do something with that, but I haven't figured out what yet. But we got the grill bumped up. There's a couple reasons I did this. Main reason is we'll be adding a winch to the front of the Sears. It's a 3,500 pound winch, ATV winch with fair lead that I'm going to mount right here underneath the grill on top of the front bumper. And actually this also allows me to get more access to the motor. Down underneath you can see that in the center of your screen there's a little bolt right behind this cutout of this angle steel right in this area. That is my oil drain valve. The only way I was ever able to drain the oil in this engine prior to doing this modification was to remove the entire hood and nose assembly, which seemed ridiculous to me. So now I've got a nice little cutout hole right there to get to my oil drain, which is just perfect, so that helps me out tremendously. Now hopefully when I add the winch, it won't block access to my oil drain, but I haven't test fit it yet, so I don't really know what's going to happen, but either way, I'm sure it won't be worse than it was. So here's a quick look at the winch we'll be using. This is a 3,500 pound Badland winch from Harbor Freight. I actually don't make it regular practice to buy things from Harbor Freight, but it was a good deal on this one, and the reviews were very good. So I decided to give it a try. I'll put a lot more information about this winch in the actual install video when I go to actually put it on the Sears. So keep an eye out for all that. But the Sears updates don't actually stop there. There's a couple more things to show you. One of which, now I replaced the old Ammere's meter gauge, whatever you want to call it, with an oil pressure gauge that runs off of the diesel engine. Since this is a pressure lube oil system in this engine, there's a little knockout right in here. You can unscrew an Allen head. It's a sealed up Allen head bolt, and you pull that out and screw in an oil pressure tube. And that tube actually snakes through the motor and runs to the gauge in the dashboard. I haven't fully tested it yet, but preliminary tests just pulling the motor over and such show that it does register pressure, so it'll be fun to see how that works. And the other thing I actually did was I got the glow plug all hooked up. It's all wired, everything's good and waterproofed, I believe. Hopefully, we'll see. But you can actually hear the relay click when I click the button. And the cool thing is, I've actually tested this glow plug. I took the air filter off, and if you hold this button down for 10 seconds, that glow plug inside that manifold is glowing red hot. So yeah, it seems pretty effective. I haven't actually test started the Sears yet with the glow plug, but I'm sure it'll work given how red hot it was sitting inside that manifold. And unfortunately, there's not too much to update you guys on with the Murray. The last time I drove this thing was in the test drive video after I re-swapped the engine pulley. As you can see, the skid plate belly pan thing is still sitting there. I haven't even gotten around to putting that back on. But the Murray's about to get some attention here, and that would be in the form of another set of new rear tires. And those of you that keep up with me are probably going, what the heck, you just put these tires on and you claim to like them. Well, you'd be correct. At the time I did claim to like them. In the situations I was in, which weren't really that deep of mud, they seem to perform all right. They're an all right, all around general purpose tire, but you bury them in the mud and the treads just aren't deep enough. And when you really look at these things, you see what I mean. The tread depth is just really not there. I mean, they look like they're already worn down 50%. And the other thing that bugs me about these, and actually it seems to bug me about all Carlisle tires, and maybe you guys can second me on this, is they all seem to come in about an inch too small. For instance, that front tire is an 18 by 6.5. The tire on this Sears is also an 18 by 6.5. Granted, the Sears is more in the foreground, but take my word for it, that Sears tire is about an inch bigger than the Murray tire. and they're actually supposed to be the same size. And these new tires, which by the way are Duro Thrasher, same size. This one's deflated, this one's fully inflated. You can obviously tell that my new deflated tire is plainly bigger than the one that's fully inflated. And you can tell that the lugs on this tire, though they still aren't as big as I'd want them to be, are significantly better than these ones here. I really wish I could get some nice, really nice set of tires, but without upgrading or changing my size, I really can't. And this Murray, I'm not going to make it huge. It's not going to be gigantic. That's what the Sears is for. I've said that before. I'll say it again. So yeah, we'll try those out. That'll be another separate video, testing those out and seeing how they go and how much bigger they are than these tires. I'll do a comparison and everything. So that'll be fun. And still sitting in the corner here is my off-road lawnmower trailer, and I've really been procrastinating putting this thing together for a couple of reasons. Initially, the biggest one was tires. I didn't have a good set of tires to put on this thing, and I wanted to have the tires in place so I could kind of build the frame to clear the tires, not have any surprises after I get a set of tires on there. I might throw the old rear tires from the Murray that I'm going to be replacing here soon on the trailer, if I build the trailer. Let me explain. Recently, I've thought, since the Murray's going faster, I'm going to be building another project this summer, which I haven't told anybody about, but it's going to be completely different than anything I've ever done before, and probably than most everybody's ever done before, because I'm going to be combining a lot of different things together to build basically what's going to be a crash cart or a go-kart of sorts. So I'm kind of thinking I want to build a track. Now I'm wondering if I should not build the trailer and maybe build some sort of drag. Or a leveler or a grader. I've thought about York rakes, but I don't think they do exactly what I want them to do. But I basically need to destroy all grass, dig up the compacted soil, and smooth it out, level it off, and I need it to be around 8 to 10 feet wide, so you could almost pass a couple of vehicles, like two-lane road, pretty much. So that's my idea. I'd like you guys to chime in, help me make this decision. Do you want to see me build the off-road lawnmower trailer, or do you want to see me build this drag? And the only reason I'm going to say one or the other, at least right now, is because I'm limited on materials and I'm limited on funds, so I can't go out and buy materials to do both. So I can either build a trailer. If you guys want to see me build a trailer and outfit it and all that, we can do that for sure. That was the original plan. Otherwise, I'll put it on the back burner and take these trailer parts and build myself a leveler spreader to surface this track that I've got planned in my mind. It would make life a lot easier. I could tow it around behind the Sears, and then we do videos of ripping around on this track. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I should be getting back into video making pretty regularly here because I got some free time coming up. So I'm going to have a lot of time out here in the garage, which would be pretty sweet. I love making videos. I love building stuff. So I hope you guys help support me in my ever-ending quest of tractor domination. But let me know what you think. Leave me a like. And you'll be seeing lots of videos of me coming up soon. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm going to get to work.